images, thoughts, words that I get, I receive and I bring to the person. I do not let any of my analytical, my own mind or my opinion get in the way of that.
So you don't wake up the dead, so to speak, but
No.
but you do listen to them.
I listen. I open the channel. I open up.
Okay.
I sit there and I listen. I will get a name. I will get information. I will get dates. I will get how they passed. And I will also get information for the living that they want.
Who is that coming from? Who's giving you those names?
The person that has passed.
The person who's passed hands out his name to anyone who listens?
I think you have to have that specific channel open.
Okay.
I was adopted, 2 days old, and when I met my biological family, on both sides, this ability, they told me this ability existed. So it came from
What, it existed in the family?
In both family lines.
So do you think it's a biological thing? Do you think it's a psychological thing?
I don't think it's
spiritual
psychological.
gift?
I mean, my great-grandparents came over from Italy and had religious visions of, Catholic religious visions.
Right. Like visionaries of some sort.
Well, I don't want to speak about what that is right now, but had visions of a very prominent figure come to them with information. So it was interesting for me to actually, I didn't set out to do this. I have to tell you that. I went to college. I went to graduate school. I believe I knew things at a very early age, and this just refined over time. So I have tried not to do this. I have asked, I've prayed, I have said, please direct me. And I believe that if you're struggling on a certain path, that's really not the path for you. So I tried to push myself onto a certain path. I went to graduate school. I tried to push myself in that direction with my career. I didn't want to be known as doing this because I'm educated. I didn't want to be seen this
It's
way.
like a psychic or something like that.
And I believe if the universe or God wanted me to go in that direction, those doors would have opened. And so I prayed one day and I said, please, I don't care how strange it is, whatever you want me to do. And this has really, the medical intuition specifically, has helped people get information about a health condition that normally they weren't aware of. So I see peace coming over people, and I don't believe,
Well, let me tell you, before, maybe I sounded very critical, and
it's okay.
Maybe I would be more critical if I knew more. I don't know. But I do believe 100% in people who have been gifted with special spiritual sensitivity to be able to listen to what I would say the Holy Spirit, to listen to the rumblings or to the whispers of God, that can give us information about a person that all the time, if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm dealing with a tough situation, inside I'm going, God, give me the wisdom, give me the strength, give me the courage to give me the intuition, to give me the knowledge to know what to do, how to help. And sometimes I realize that what I've said to somebody didn't come from me. In other words, there was information there that I said, wow, you know what, that is something that I wouldn't have thought out or planned, or if I had prepared for this an hour before, I wouldn't have come up with that. Are you talking about just that, or I don't get names from dead people. You do?
Yes, I do, but it's just a listening. It's sometimes we get mental thoughts throughout the day. I don't hear them audibly. I get, you're daydreaming, you're driving your car, you get visions, you get feelings, you get thoughts.
How do you know they come from the dead person? They're not inspirations from God.
Because
how does
that
it come?
person's personality comes through.
It comes through you?
No, I do not channel the person. I keep the information outside. It's very informational, but I could feel the sense of that person and what their personality was like, and almost meeting them as if they were to come through. But this has saved people's lives. I work with a lot of people that have addiction or have addiction-related illness, and have spoken to people that have passed of this. There are people that have crossed over to the other side, and there are people...
The other side meaning evil, the devil, the satanic.
No.
Oh. Sorry that again.
Heaven. That have crossed over. And then there are the spirits that remain earthbound, that remain here, that are unsettled about their death, have unfinished business. You're crossing your arms.
I get it.
So there were moments where a message came to somebody in time where they were going to do something either to end their life or to do something destructive, and this came through, and there was no doubt in their mind this was this person, and it saved their life.
Okay, but so you tap into this person, or they communicate in some way, their names, their spirit in some way to you. Now, how does that information help somebody else?
Well, it helps the person who is grieving know that that person is not in the ground, just dead. Okay. And it also
but that person is still unsettled, according to...
If they're earthbound.
Okay.
If they have
crossed over. But you communicate with people both who are earthbound and who are crossed over into the light, what I would call heaven. Right.
And at peace. Okay. So they will mention...
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So you would tell the person that you're in a session with, yes, I hear the names, so-and-so, and he or she is unsettled, not in heaven yet?
I don't say that specifically, but...
You can tell, though.
I can feel that there is a very big difference, the people that have crossed over versus the people that have not. Okay. The people that have not really need to give that final, the final things that they need to say to the person, whether I didn't die this way, it was a murder, not a suicide. Right. This is what happened to me. I went in for surgery. I didn't have a heart attack. It was from the medication they gave me. And this is all verified by the family.
Do you ever communicate with or experience some sort of communication with souls that are in hell?
Absolutely not.
They don't...
I don't connect. I believe that there are.
You do?
But I am not associated with that.
So you can decide what you want to associate yourself with?
I pray before I do my session. Okay. I connect, I bring in different symbolisms for me. Yeah, but what if you're sitting with somebody and you're talking about their situation, whatever, and they're interested in a soul in such and such a person, and that person happens to be in the deepest recesses of hell. Okay, well, that person wouldn't come to me then, because I'm protected. You're protected. Okay. So I can't. It's not like the McDonald's, drive-through. And then we're going to read some. Then we're going to read some emails, because I'm sure there's like some woo. I'm really not that scary. No, not at all. Yeah. It's just a fascinating conversation. Well, we're going to do a reading together. And really? You're going to get to experience it, but I need to actually sit with you for about an hour to do that. Wow. If you want to have the experience. Yeah, I don't have an hour this afternoon, but we'll definitely talk. We'll definitely talk, and then we'll decide whether... It's up to you. Perfect. Yeah. I'm not gonna... Very good. The dead are... Here are some emails. God is all-knowing, omniscient. Present, past, and future. Satan is not, but he knows or has minions that know the present and past. People can only guess on the future, but if they're channeling some spirit, they can actually have current info on people's lives. Out of the Bible, but in context, etc. I want to read some more. What do you guys think about the discussion that we just had? What do you think? Is this real? Is it coming from the dark side? Is it just a gift from God? No, I'm just... I know. Not you. I'm just... No, I understand. I'm getting... Not you at all. The dark side. It sounds so dramatic. There's some dramatic stuff in the world, right? I've seen a lot of dramatic stuff, from the dark side. So you're very intuitive. Do you know that? Yeah. Yeah. So you're using that faculty. You just aren't calling it the same thing. Okay. Well, that's... Yeah. Yeah. But I don't think what my intuition comes from dead people. I'm not saying it always does. Okay, sometimes maybe. But maybe you are. I think everybody's just kind of right now is like in a state of shock. Like, what are we talking about? Woohoo! This is great. Let me read some more emails here. The dead are dead. When we die, we return to where we came from. All go to one place. All are from the dust. That's from Ecclesiastes. And all return to dust. We are asleep. We cannot communicate to anyone. That's... Hank from Seattle. Okay, that's fair enough, Hank. That's not how I would put it, but let's read some more here. Father, this is a great interview, the most in-depth of any I've heard to date. That is going to be nuts. It's a... Someone just asked me if I was okay. I'm hanging in there. Can you do a follow-up strategy room with Marisa after your reading? I'd like to know how you feel after the reading. I would too. actually.
Is that right?
Like,
okay.
I wasn't even supposed to be on here with you today, and I don't believe in coincidences.
I don't
either. We were supposed
either.
to be together.
Amen.